Hi everyone, it's me, Jordan Long today, and today I'm going to talk about. Oh no. Well, do you know what makes a lockup happen on a reckoner? Well, there are a lot of grounds, Jordan, to why a lockup can happen, but I don't know, Laura says. Some say that has to do with the reckoner's memory, others say it has to do with mistakes that are happening behind, are happening that you don't know about. Some say it has to do with driver updates. No one really truly knows. And even folks that have wisdom on reckoners and the layout and the upmake and the setups that they run on, even they don't truly know. They usually just go and Google and Yahoo and Bing and DuckDuckGo hangups to see if anyone else has the answers. But a lot of folks don't know what makes a lockup or a freeze happens. It's one of those unknown things about a reckoner that's been the way ever since the reckoner came into being. Yeah, and some folks say it has to do with evilware. But if you're keeping your evilware stronghold tool up to date, whatever that tool is, then it shouldn't be evilware. And if you're keeping all your drivers up to date and you're keeping either Windows or Mac OS or Chrome OS or Linux or I don't know, whatever Android or iOS or whatever the setup layout upmake is, then it isn't has nothing to do with the updates. You know? I don't know. So like 2 times yesterday my reckoner has a freeze or a lockup and there's no grounds for it. And then when I made a film of Dylan saying there was no all run all leads forget or all run forget, there is. It works. When Windows is behaving right, it works. But when a lockup or a freeze happens, it doesn't work. Yeah, there are going to be folks out there on YouTube who are going to say, well, when your reckoner locks up or freeze, all you have to do is hit all run forget or all lead forget, and I'll bring up the work overseer or the work foreman or whatever you want to call it. It'll bring it up, but it's like if it's behaving right, it'll come up right away. But if it's a lockup or a freeze, it'll take some time for it to come up, and even sometimes it does not come up. You know, making you have to do what's known as a hard shutdown. And sometimes hard shutdowns happen even when you don't want them to either. Yeah. You know, there are a lot of things about reckoners that folks still don't know about. You know, but I think that sometimes, and the sad thing is, Alaris, it's not like Microsoft Windows or is going to tell you, oh, this is why I locked up or this is why I freeze. When you start it up again, it doesn't say nothing. It just goes through its whole little thing with the HP thing, the Windows loading thing. Your locks. Your lock watch when you put your overtake over step word in. Then your desktop and all that stuff loads up and things. But at the end of the day, it's not going to say, oh, well, I had a fuck up and this is why I locked up or freeze. It's not going to say, oh, well, there was a hang up with your driver update, or there was a hang up with the Microsoft Window update, or there's some kind of evilware. It's not going to say anything. It's going to behave like it always behaves once it starts up again, and there's no way to even go to where it's keeping all that log about every time it had a mistake or every time it restarted or every time it had to unput an update or a driver update or whatever. Yeah, you're right, Jordan. I mean, sometimes lockups and freezes happen when either a tool wants to run and Windows isn't ready for it, or a tool wants to run and Windows tells it no. Which at the end of the day, the setup, the upmake, the layout, the running layout, the running setup, the running layout or upmake has the last say over any tool that's running on Windows on the Reckoner, either if it's by Microsoft or some other business, which is true, you know. So when you think of it, what is the only tool out there that would be? What do you think of the only tool that you unputted? Well, that would be Jellycam, and that'd be the only tool that is not. And all the other tools have been on there since I got this Reckoner, but I haven't worked with any of them. So if I haven't set any of those other tools up, they wouldn't be getting updated. So at the end of the day, after talking with a walrus, your guess is going to be good as mine what makes a lockup or a freeze happen. You know, some folks say it has to do with driver updates, some say it has to do with window updates, some say it has to do with mistakes that are going on in the background that you don't know about. But at the end of the day, your guess is good as mine what makes a mistake happen, what makes a lockup or a freeze happen. I don't know. At the end of the day, even Reckoner wise men and wise women don't know, and most of the time they'll go Google, Yahoo, or Bing or DuckDuckGo to hang up to see if someone else out there has the answer, because sometimes even they don't know. If you like that film, then follow me. Then watch the film I made yesterday with my god brother Dylan, or follow me here at Jordan Long. I'm Jordan Long, and I hope you like this film. And it's bright out again, so I don't have to have my light on.